What's going on, Jan Ochoa?
Nothing much, Jeff Bakalar. I just want to make my dreams a reality.
Oh, do you now? Well, I believe Squarespace can help you do that. Do you want to know why, Jan?
Why is that, Jeff Bakalar?
Because Squarespace is all about being able to supply customers with pillars of innovation, pillars of storytelling.
Pillars?
Yes, actual pillars that you can fit in your car and drive home with you when you're done making your vision into a website.
Holy smokes.
I know. There's not a smoking thing. There's not a vaping thing. This is an all-in-one platform that involves everything you need to build your own website. We're talking e-commerce. We're talking domains.
Wow.
Marketing tools.
Oh my gosh.
This place, the analytics. You know, people are like, all websites are hard. They're not.
They're not.
They're not. Because Squarespace exists. If giantbomb was to start all over again, I think we'd put it on Squarespace.
Okay, probably because of the ease of use and world-class design behind Squarespace.
That's exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to head over to squarespace.com/bombcast for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your brand new website, endeavor, business, whatever it is, please do us a favor, use the offer code BOMBCAST, and that'll save you 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain.
Wow.
We've taken all the good domains. You can have the ones that are left.
Dreams.
Dreams.com. It's free. Dreams.com has not been used yet. Now's your time. Secure the website dreams.com through Squarespace and save yourself 10% when you are checking out. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring the Bombcast. The Giant Bombcast is also sponsored by Keeps. Jan Ochoa, I guess you can keep silent for the next couple of seconds here.
Okie dokie, I'll just comb my hair.
Just comb your hair and maybe perhaps think about the people out there who don't have the luscious locks that you are afforded through your genes and your DNA makeup. Because Keeps is affording you a simple, affordable, and arguably the most important, a stress-free way to keep your hair by using one of their convenient virtual doctor consultations, and you get that medicine delivered straight to your door every 3 months. That's right, we're talking about hair loss.
Whoa!
We're talking about the hair loss. Guess what?
What?
This is not for me. Mine's all gone, but if yours is like starting to go, maybe Keeps is for you, because there's no Keeps in my world. It's all Gons. Okay?
Okay.
It's Gons. And we want to stay on the Keeps track.
Yeah, we don't want guns. We want Keeps.
Exactly. And look, if it's going to be affordable, it's even better. Treatments start at just $10 a month, and Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss. Where the hell were you 10, 15 years ago, Keeps? That's all I have to ask. If you're ready to take action and prevent that hair loss, go to keeps.com/bomb to receive your first month off treatment for free. That's keeps.com/bomb to get that first month's free. Thanks so much, Keeps.
Keeps. Hello and welcome, everybody. Put on your socks, check your clocks. It is the Giant Bombcast Tuesday, June the 7th, 2022. I am your host, Jan Ochoa, and I have a Brady Bunch amount of people around me, a bunch of fine folks. What was that?
I heard that too. Holy shit. Off to a great
That's
start.
our new character.
It's our new character. That's the deer down there. That's the noise it makes. Like,
Deer whistle.
Whistle tips never left the site, turns out.
Yes.
We got a lot of people around here, and I'm going to ask for their patience I'm also, before we get to all of them, you can see their beautiful, lovely faces. If you're listening to the audio version, go look at these beautiful faces. Why don't you? Look at them. Look at these clean faces. Someone just did a dab, I think. But we got some housekeeping to attend to. Some big housekeeping, some foundational shifting to take care of. I'll just say right off the bat, exits from companies are incredibly complicated. Transparency is one thing, but respecting everyone's privacy, I believe, is paramount in this. Jeff Gerstmann, one of the founding fathers of this joint, Giant Bomb, is no longer with the site. Jeff Gerstmann, I believe, this is a statement I've thought from the very beginning. Jeff Gerstmann is the games media E40. He's your favorite games journalist's favorite games journalist. His DNA, his impact, his imprint is all over not only this site, but when you think about it, it's all over games media, podcasts, playthrough style things. He has had a hand in creating that image. This website is not just about one person. Who's with the whistle tips? It's never been about just one person or two people or just one office on one coast over the other. It's about the team that makes this website and keeps the lights on, whether it's whoever's piloting a quick look, who is on camera, who is on mic, the producer cutting and publishing something, or the engineers desperately trying to fix the website after we break it on a week-to-week basis. The designers, and most of the time designer in this case, making us all look super pretty on top of however super pretty we already look like, to the most fantastic moderation team across the internet, our website, the Discord. Wholeheartedly, these mods are the hardest working mods across the internet. I can't hammer that enough. They are all Giant Bomb. We are all Giant Bomb. And I promise you, my monologue's almost done. I swear. I've been a member of this website and this community since the beginning. And this site and this community has gone through a lot of ups and downs, very dramatic swings in both ways. But I've always found it ironic that this website is called Giant Bomb, and rather being destructive or explosive, you know, there's been multiple times where this bomb could have imploded, but instead it builds upwards, because that is the spirit of this website, and that is the spirit of this community. Persistence, tenacity. It changes, it adapts, and that is what we are going to continue to do. We are going to continue to change and adapt. And if you've been around since the beginning, if you've been around since a couple of weeks ago, or if you've been around because you saw Giant Bomb trending and you're kind of worried about the state of the world right now, I welcome you here. You are a part of this family. You are part of this community. You are part of this website. Giant Bomb, it's a website about video games and family. And speaking about family, I have left this Brady Bunch of people hanging for a little too long, so let's get to all these folks. Drum roll, please. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Jan Ochoa. Joining me here first, we got a major key alert, folks, because he loves his keyboards, Jeff Bacalar.
That's right, clickety clack. All keyboards 24/7. Now what? Who's happy? I am.
We got to call the Baja Men because we got the big dog, Matthew Rory.
Hello, Jan. Thank you.
He's got a PhD. He's got a BS, a MS. He's board certified in fighting in the streets and maybe the sheets. Jason A. Stryker.
I don't know who told you that, but they ain't lying.
She slices. She dices timelines. She's an ace, and I'm not lying. Jess Voidberger O'Brien.
Here she comes. It's me.
Apparently with an accent now.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm really tired.
It's perfect.
I made a video very quickly and I'm tired now.
We've got the queen of organization, the Asana Mamba, Lucy James.
The nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Thanks, Chad.
You know, they always say, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it. We love him, so we put an Elden ring on it. Tamor Hussein.
You lot are going to learn about some From Software games.
Oh,
you
shit.
lot are going to learn, okay? And you will learn good.
Like a threat.
I was tired of snacks. I wanted the full-ass meal. Jeff Grubb.
I'm so excited I get to say this. I love you, Jan.
I love you, Jeff Grubb. I
Aw.
can't wait to hold you, I guess.
Yes, hold me, please.
Jesus.
And last but certainly not least, it ain't no party like a Mario Party because a Mario Party don't stop. Unless it's 50 turns, then it eventually stops. We got Dan Reichert.
Oh,
man.
Lord. Yes, that's me. Hi. Jan, that was all great. Have you ever thought about hosting a podcast?
Maybe like Tuesdays, it's suddenly kind of open, you know? We could do
Good
that.
start. That's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, good to see you.
I've done enough talking. Backlar, you wanna, the floor is yours. I see the rest
Yeah.
of my time.
Well, hopefully not the rest of the time, but
Some of the time.
no, that was great. I want to take a minute to kind of just go and talk to our 4 new core members here just a little bit, kind of just kick the tires and talk about sort of what's going on with everyone and what they're doing here. So without further ado, Lucy James, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Lucy James.
Oh,
Woo.
hi.
So everyone knows Lucy's obviously been a pivotal member of shows like The Very Online Show. We've got Jeff's Bizarre Adventure cooking. But now, in addition to those programs, she is joining us in a creative producer capacity. Lucy has an extensive production resume, as you know from her time at GameSpot, with shows like Audio Logs and Generation Next. And now Lucy's going to be helping develop and produce new content while lending talent across all of Giant Bomb. So we're very excited about that, Lucy.
So excited. It's so nice to be amongst you all. And I think like a lot of people have been asking, and I guess just because, you know, the reception has been so nice to Tam and I joining from GameSpot, I think it's important to say we are still going to be at GameSpot and on GameSpot stuff too. But it's just, I don't know, it's like a completely different journey with a completely different crew, even though I've known and worked with a lot of you over the years, but it's like, it's a new adventure. It's very exciting.
Hell yeah.
And you just increased the woman quota by double. I
Yeah.
love it.
Let's go.
Let's go,
Twice the
women.
women. Hell yeah.
Up top.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
Tamor has been all over The Very Online Show and Jeff's Bizarre Adventure, and now will be lending his voice, his instincts, all that in a new creative directing capacity, helping guide Giant Bomb's coverage, as well as, of course, appearing in Giant Bomb content. Tam, we're so happy you're here.
Thank you, man. Not to get sappy, like get a little
Get
bit
sappy,
serious.
get sappy.
Get a little bit serious for
Get
a minute.
sappy.
Obviously, like for people who know me, know for as long as I've wanted to, or I've been in the industry, my inspiration has always been GameSpot and Giant Bomb and the people that came and went through each part of it. People like Jeff, people like, you know, Brad, Alex, Vinny, everyone else here now. Like I've enjoyed being a person in the community and then a person who worked at a sister site, and to get here right now. When we started having discussion, there was a lot of things in my mind that were kind of like, is this something that I want to do as someone who has that background? And ultimately, it came down to one question, and I really sat down, I thought about that question, and the question was, as a Muslim, how can I make it incredibly hard for myself to get through any more airports? And I thought the best way to do it was to associate myself with the name Giant Bomb. So every time the FBI Googles my bitch ass, I am gonna get fucking kicked off every goddamn flight. Forever. I am never traveling ever again. I hope you lot appreciate this shit, okay?
It's funny because it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. It's just real.
Oh, as someone who has traveled with Tam a lot.
I'll drive you. I'll drive you around. Tam.
If you are traveling with me, your shit is done. The cops are gonna stick fingers up your bits. They're finding stuff.
That doesn't bode well for our flight tomorrow.
I think the solution is clear. Private planes from here on.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll drive
yeah.
you to the UK, Tam.
Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate that.
My God. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
How do you even follow that up? I don't know, but I will try the impossible pivot. Jeff Grubb, ladies and gentlemen. I've written this about Jeff Grubb 58 times. Okay.
58 years
And
ago as well.
58 years ago. Jeff is one of the most prolific games reporters working today and is on a very short list of the top news getters in the damn business. You should know this. Everybody knows this. Grubb will be hosting a brand new evolution of his weekly news show on Giant Bomb, which will now be a daily morning show called The Morning Mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition to The Morning Mess, Grubb, you're going to drive the Bombcast news portion of the podcast moving forward. And we're going to have you basically doing whatever the fuck you want. No, Grubb, you're going to be filing stories, reporting where you see fit. And obviously, we're very excited for you to inject that editorial expertise into our day-to-day. And of course, he's going to be appearing on all of our new and existing content site-wide. Man, this has been a no-brainer for a while, dude. But I'm glad it's finally official for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad too. It's super exciting. There's I think there's a ton of stuff that we could do with this. I love talking about video games. I like it, especially with the Giant Bomb community, because this is a community that super duper cares about this stuff. And it's like, I know I can reference certain ideas, certain things that have happened in gaming's past, and everyone will get it. And that is such a joy. It's so nice to be able to speak to a community that understands. And so I'm ready to take that to the next level. The show will be daily, but when you, like you said, on the Bombcast Tuesdays, we won't be doing the show because we're going to be doing the Bombcast instead. But
Correct.
We'll have news that day as well. And I said, look forward to it. We're going to be starting this in full next week. Tomorrow's going to be kind of a send off to the former Grub Snacks show format. And then as we go forward, it's going to evolve into this new thing that'll still have a lot of that DNA. And I'll definitely have like Grub Snacks segments that kind of like throwback and harken to that old show. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's watched so far. And I just kind of want to keep growing it. So thanks to everybody for tuning in.
The last bite, perhaps.
Yes. Jeff Grubb's last bite tomorrow. Everybody tune in.
Oh, I can't wait to get the platinum edition of that.
It's got huge Banjo-Kazooie energy.
Totally.
Massive Banjo-Kazooie energy.
Yep.
Okay. So last and least, Dan Reichert is making his triumphant return to Giant Bomb after what? 2.5 years at the Wrestling Factory? What was that?
Either that or like 25. I'm not sure.
Okay, you have a problem then. But seriously,
no meaning.
Dan, you're a force to be reckoned with. There's no one else on the internet like Dan. He's going to be taking on a creative director role and helping design, develop, and produce new content for Giant Bomb across the board. Dan, welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, you hit on it. I used to work here. Now I work here again.
You've been playing the long game, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thick.
So yeah, it's like I really like creating shit and making fun, dumb stuff. And they let me do that for a long time here. And I had a lot of fun and made a lot of shows. And then I left and, went to a place that did not want to let me do things. And so now when this popped up, this opportunity to be creative director and come back and just do what I feel I do best and what I have the most fun doing, I couldn't say no to it. And also, like, this crew we have here is incredible. This core group of 9 here. It's amazing because it's like a big mix of there's been a lot of change since I left. And so it's a big mix of people I've known for as long as 10 years, like Jason, we've gone back over a decade.
Yep.
Which, sorry, you're going to hear a lot of the stories for, I guess, the third time around now, I think. So, and then,
there's always something new, so it's fine.
Yeah. And then, but like Jess, I just met Jess like less than a year ago, probably. But everyone on this call I've known for some length of time, whether it be like industry events and things like that, or kind of sister site stuff at GameSpot last time I was here. So I really can't wait to hit the ground running with you guys, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of introductory rapport type stuff. I know and have made content with most of the people on this call, on this podcast. So I can't wait to make a ton more. I'm extremely excited.
Awesome. Very cool. So there you have it. We've got a lot more to talk about. Real quick, we'll talk about Summer Game Fest. We will have Tam, Lucy, Jan down there on the ground in LA. We're going to hit all those major talkovers, and we are going to try and put out something on a quasi-regular sort of basis there. You guys want to talk a little bit more about that? Feel free if there's something you want to touch.
Yeah, I mean, like the idea is obviously like Lucy and I and Jan. I mean, Jan more specifically is focused on Giant Bomb, but Lucy and I, as mentioned, we're pulling double duty now. We're working at GameSpot and Giant Bomb, which might sound quite overwhelming, and to people out there who might be listening, being like, well, that just means they're not going to give their all to Giant Bomb and they'll focus. That's not the case. If you know anything about us, you'll know that when we do something, when we embark on a project, we like put everything into it. You can see that from Jeff Shifts, you can see that from TVOS and all the other stuff that we do. So the idea is like using every opportunity that GameSpot affords us to also make the most of it for Giant Bomb, which is a different kind of vibe. And that's what we're going to be doing with Summer Games Festival. We're going to be down there. It doesn't make sense for us to stand in front of the camera and just do previews. You know what I mean? Like that's not the kind of place Giant Bomb is. It'll be quite boring and also if you're using the same people, like if I'm playing a game and Lucy's playing a game and then we're talking about it on a GameSpot thing, there's only so many things you can say about it before we're just repeating it on a Giant Bomb thing, you know? And so the idea we came up with is to treat it like a travel log, which is something that was done in the past. You know, Brad used to do it. And if you go even further back, the idea, like the GameSpot days when like Gersman and Homer Rabara and those folks had like backpacks strapped onto their back and would be like wandering around just talking about, you know, stuff like I just loaded a van. I remember there was an extended conversation with Ryan Davis and a few of the others just being loading a van, and I was like, I'm so enthralled by this and I don't know why. So I think the idea is we're going to try and do a bit of that. Like behind the scenes, we'll do the game stuff. Like at some point, we'll like me, Jan, and Lucy, we'll get together and just chat about what we've seen. But more than that, it's like if we have the opportunity to film ourselves eating at a Taco Bell, we'll do that over anything else. You know,
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
and it's like hell yeah. So the idea is the loose idea is almost like a travel log, behind the scenes kind of chit chat. If we can get some cool people from around the industry to hop in real quick, we'll do that. But yeah, hopefully we'll do one a day, and then one, is that right, Jan? And then one kind of like wrap up thing where we talk about everything we've seen.
I'm gonna hope and aim to make too much video. That's my goal. That's my
Good
goal.
problems.
I'm gonna clog up the hotel internet by uploading too much.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that's the kind of approach we're taking to Summer Games Fest, and I think it's like a good opportunity to at least set some of the tone and the banter vibes for what we want to do going forward. We're very, very much aware of what the community wants because we came from the community, and we love that community. So we'll endeavor to do our best with that.
Right on.
Sick. This is going to be an odd bombcast. We're going to have to take a couple breaks. But before we go to the first break, I want to give a special shout out to a person here right now. Jess O'Brien, you have joined the crew in like the oddest circumstances amidst the pandemic, not near any type of office. And you have hit the ground running. It is the easiest job being your janitor because you just make the shit happen.
You make me cry, Jan.
Yes, that's what I'm aiming for.
It's so easy with me. I'm softy.
What can be said about Jess? An extremely gifted video editor, producer. You see her do any of her stuff even before joining Giant Bomb, and it's just like, damn, we got to get her on the team ASAP. And Jess, I just wanted to give you the floor, give you the flowers you deserve, because you've been putting in an obscene amount of work. Jess,
yeah. Oh.
thank you.
Yes.
It was
Thank you,
incredible.
Jess.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my god, you guys.
And then Jess,
No, I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
You guys
floor
are
is
all-
yours.
You got me. I got.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back to break. No, just kidding.
Yeah, bye.
Go on. No, just go.
No, I'm like, still beyond thrilled to work here. Like, have been since day one. That has not changed, even though the crew has changed. And I am just incredibly stoked for everything we're going to do. I cannot wait to edit the hell out of whatever goofy crap Dan and company imagines up for me to edit. Making that video you guys saw of the ritual that we did, It was a thrill, it was harrowing, and it was made so much fun and so much easier by the incredible talent of all these people here and the incredible willingness to work with me, give me everything I wanted. Like, do you need more stuff? Do you need help? What can I record for you? Grub recording stuff on the run, on the move. That you madman, that's incredible.
Creepy statue child following him.
Pumpkin kid.
We were making content right then. It's like, this is like collaboration that happens on such a natural level. Like again, hitting the ground running is applicable here because, like, you know, Jeff Keighley appearing in that video, for instance, was just a weird fluke. Tam and Lucy happened to be, you know, interviewing him for stuff. And I was like, oh, get him in the video. And they were like, oh, what if we could? What if he said yes? And
Also,
that's why it's in there.
Shout out to Jeff Keighley because he was like super cool about it. He was well up for it. He was like, let's do this. That sounds
The
great.
thing is that we didn't give him full context either.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we just basically said, we're going to make a video, can you just say, I'm not supposed to be here? And he was like, what do you need? Do you need a white background so you can key me out? I was like, this guy's a pro. He knows.
I know. I never could have dreamed I would have this job, and one of my job duties would be to mess up Jeff Keighley's face in a funny, ghostly way.
Yeah.
That's not something I had on my agenda for life. So, God, thank you for having me, I guess is what I'm rambling about. This is exciting, and I will never stop being excited about it. Thank you. And the fandom, thank you for liking me. I cede my time.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, and thank you, everyone. We're gonna hit a quick break, and then
so
when
I can stop crying.
Yes,
Sure.
yes. Just so
Designed that way.
just so I can start crying amidst the break. I'm just gonna need a hot five. When we come back, we're gonna talk about some new stuff popping off, and you know, some other general housekeeping that we gotta take care of. We'll be back. Fade into black.
Hey, big shout out to Squarespace once again for sponsoring the Bombcast. Are you a website, Jan Ochoa?
No, I'm not a website, but I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of cool ideas. I'm thinking about e-commerce all the time. I'm thinking about domains, Bacalar, domains.
Well, I just need to tell you, you sound like a huge nerd when you talk like that.
Well,
But maybe your nerdery can get yourself into business with Squarespace because they are providing the tools, ladies and gentlemen, that help empower millions. Literally millions.
Literally millions.
Yes,
Oh my
millions
gosh.
of people with smart ideas or not so smart ideas. It doesn't matter. Squarespace doesn't discriminate. Even if you got a stupid idea, you can bring it over to Squarespace and you'll still be able to make a website or a store or some sort of storytelling endeavor out of your dumbass idea. It doesn't matter. It could be great. It could be bad. You're still going to get something that looks professional. And that's all that matters, right?
My
That's all that
ideas are
matters
off
when
the
building a
charts,
website.
but can I like use analytics to examine those charts?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can use some of the expertise over at Squarespace with their world-class design, all the WYSIWYGs, all the cool-ass tools that my 14-year-old self was wishing for back in the 90s when
man.
I was trying to build a website, feeling like a real worthless programmer.
I'm just
Being
gonna
like,
make
"Oh,
an e-commerce store about wigs and
That's-
wizen.
Okay, a little too close to home with the baldness thing, but we'll keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, if Squarespace interests you, as it should, why don't you do yourself a favor and save some cash on
Okay.
your first purchase of a website and or domain. So why don't you do yourself a favor, save some cash at your first purchase of a website or domain. Head on over to squarespace.com/bombcast.
I'm
That's
typing
gonna
now.
get you. Please do it. That doesn't sound like typing. You're lying. That'll get you a free trial. And when you are actually ready to hit that launch button, get that website out there, send out that good energy into the internet juice. Use the offer code BOMBCAST, and that's going to save you 10% off that first website or domain. Hopefully there are some domains left. If not, get creative. And or if you want to run it by Jan and I, and we'll let you know if you got a good website on your hands.
Yeah, we'll approve of your domain. Yes, as long as you use Squarespace. Thanks, Squarespace.
Jan Ochoa, I know I've had like a couple moments in the last great while where I've really come out and talked about my hair loss. I'll be totally honest with you, dude. I wish there was something I did way earlier on. It's too late for me, but earlier on, I wish I did something.
I'm sorry, Jeff Backlar. What was that? I couldn't hear you as I was brushing my luscious locks of hair. What were you talking about?
Oh, that's gross. You're implying there's like hair in your ears and you can't hear because of all that. Ladies and gentlemen, if hair loss is a thing for you and you want to try and hold on to what you got and maybe grow a little bit more, we've got Keeps. We're offering you Keeps.
Keeps.
It's really on the nose, okay? The name says what it does. It's going to offer a simple and affordable stress-free way to try and help keep your hair via convenient virtual doctors. This is not like a robot doctor. This is a real-life doctor.
Whoa!
And you can get that medicine delivered straight to your door in a discreet manner, 24/7 care and support. Gets you in touch with medical experts, advisors, prescribers, and the specialists that are gonna make you understand why this is what you should be doing and support you in your journey, in your hair
prophecy,
journey.
your hair prophecy. Yes.
As it is written. Best of all, Keeps is low cost. Treatments start at just $10 a month. You've got that kind of scratch.
I got $10 laying around.
And if it's your hair, believe me, I'd spend a lot more money than that. So do yourself a favor, head on over to keeps.com/bomb, and that's gonna give you your first month of treatment for free. That's KEEPS.com/bomb, and you're gonna get that first month for free. This is really important. Look, from a personal standpoint, I know how this feels, so hopefully we can help you out in that situation that I wish I had the help for. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, and when it comes to your hair, save more, spend less. Keeps.com/bomb. I love buses. I just want to get that clear. I want my bus stance to be clear across the board, especially when I press a button. Audio just gets bussin', just straight bussin'.
Straight bussin'.
Straight
Bussin'
bussin'.
makes me feel good.
Baby.
Bussin' makes me feel good. Yeah, that's what they should have went with a new Ghostbusters movie.
Yep.
Yep. I just read the word bussy and then I just recoiled in fear. Thank you, Abigail.
That's a tag team name now, and I don't know what that means. But everyone acts like everyone sells it like.
Oh,
it's
there's a
thing.
tag team name called
There's
Bussy?
a tag team named Bussy.
It's a portmanteau of boy and.
Got
Get it, Dan?
We're all adults.
Okay, let's just it's a portmanteau of boy and pussy.
Oh,
Got it.
All right, Jeff
the tag
Beckler,
team?
you want to
Right.
talk about new stuff?
I
Jeff
got
Grubb
it.
bringing
Thank
the
you.
news.
Sure. Let me follow that.
Oh, hey, well, HR has contacted me. I gotta go, guys. Bye.
I got the slack here.
They never respond. Don't
Just
worry
been
about
on
it.
hold for 4 months.
We got him on
so-
speed dial. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about some content, baby. Existing content.
Before we carry on, I just want to clarify that it's
Sure.
actually butt and pussy, not boy and pussy.
I
Oh,
thought it was boy.
Butt
and
pussy?
That's an important distinction.
Yeah,
That-
just so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't name
I don't
want to.
I don't want to start on the wrong foot,
Yes.
Yeah.
Already getting corrections. All right, fair enough.
I can't
Yeah,
name this.
not my fault.
podcast
Technically, I don't
Bussy.
think that's accurate.
Well,
I'm not a
look-
doctor, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you don't say.
You can put like so many things in there, like
And
Pussy.
gay?
I'm sorry,
giant
Lucy.
bussy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Lucy. What was
Welcome to the giant bussy cast.
Yeah, I guess. I guess
They were
that's the
worried we were
podcast
gonna
name.
rebrand.
That's good. We're gonna talk about new content later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really
All
just
right.
have to unpack what's happening.
This is actually a surprise. Jess, pull out the PowerPoint. Jansplain, Jessplain.
Well,
Giant bussies, everyone.
So this is actually a debate where I'm like saying it's boy and you're saying it's butt, and we're
Yes.
going back and forth, and then we
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
vote on who won the debate at the
Yep.
end.
Oh,
Poll.
If a
Start a
mod
poll.
could,
Start a
if a
poll.
mod could make a poll, please. If it is
Please.
butt or boy.
Pussy doesn't really make sense.
yeah. Let's get to
does
the
it?
bottom of this right now. Right here.
Bottom, he said it. All right, Beckler. Let's talk about new stuff, old stuff, please.
All right, let's talk about stuff. A lot of people have been asking, so let's answer it. Arcade Pit, Albumer, The Very Online Show, Jeff's Bizarre Adventure, all those shows, we're going to keep doing them because people do
DBF.
them and they're a lot of
DBF.
fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. All that. We'll get to that, my buddy.
Okay.
And I hear rumors are swirling. They're picking up smoke. Is it a smoke on the street thing? I'm not sure. I'm not aware. But Armed and Rangerous season 2.
Season 2. We're not doing it about Power Rangers.
We're gonna have to keep that name. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Armed and Riderous.
Oh,
Wait,
Kamen
what?
Rider.
Kamen Rider,
Ooh.
awesome.
Ooh, I thought it was going to
Rad.
be about Walker, Texas Ranger. but
I've
it
been
was the
checking
same name.
that show out on they play like it on Pluto. Like they've got a whole
do.
channel dedicated to it. It's fucking great.
Yo, they got, all right, not to derail everything. It's
No, by
already
all
been
means.
derailed. They got,
Sorry.
Matt Shipman almost got me to buy these belts that have just a bunch of fruit on them because that's how they morph. They just put fruits in their belts and then they're like bug beetles.
Is that why you're wearing this shirt?
No.
Was this all? Oh,
Oh. Well, okay.
Alternatively, we were also thinking of, because it's Kamen Rider, Kamen Eileen, but Matt Shipman is not named
Okay.
Eileen. But
Sure.
Jan, I'm not
No,
used to being able to say belt. Belt, hold up your pants, pal.
Okay. Oh, geez.
That's for Jan.
Oh, boy.
He's back,
Okay.
baby. He's back.
He is.
Yes.
Hey, welcome back. Hey. And of course, our flagship shows, they're not going anywhere. That is the Bombcast, Voicemail Dump Truck, Unprofessional Fridays, and now adding to the flagship lineup, The Morning Mess. None of these shows are changing fundamentally, but now that we have a larger crew, we now have the luxury of being able to swap in and out co-hosts where it makes sense. So moving forward, Jan, you're going to be driving and hosting the Bombcast, which is pretty awesome.
Surprise!
Very excited.
Yeah,
about that.
congratulations.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not get that email?
I thought this was just a today thing. Dang.
Sorry, you locked into it, baby. I'm gonna drive the dump truck. I gotta go get the license. We'll figure that out. And we're gonna have what we're gonna say for now is like 1 or 2 regular co-hosts on each of those shows, and then the supporting crew will be filing in and out where it makes sense. On Professional Fridays is also gonna be a rotating mix of talent, as it usually sort of is. That's the talent, outside guests, and it continuing to be the fantastic Friday afternoon hangout vibe that just ends your week off on the damn right foot. So that is what is going on with all of our existing stuff. And Dan, would you like to talk about what's ahead?
I would love to. So before I tried to introduce a lot of weird features, recurring stuff, like the burgle my bananas and steal my sunshines and stuff like that. Like I love coming up with those recurring shows, and I want to do more of that for sure. But I also want to have like more of a overall focus on games. Like one of the things I've always loved about Giant Bomb is that it is a gaming site, but it was never just like it wasn't like videogame, .com or well, I guess actually that's a terrible
That actually does.
videogames.com literally goes to, that's the worst possible example I could have given.
You're losing him. You're losing him, Dan.
Oh
You're
my
losing him.
God.
All right, it's not videogamesite.com.
Just say Bussy a couple times. Just say Bussy a couple times.
Yeah, bring it back.
pivot.
It is me making that sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah. Never happened before. God damn
He's
it.
squealing.
I've always loved in the past how it is a video game site, but we've been able to do wrestling stuff. We've done anime stuff, all that. And like all that is still on the table, but I definitely want to like in these early goings focus on video game stuff and recurring video games features and stuff like that. So quick looks, I want to do more of that. A lot of games coming out. Not as many this year, but still enough to cover. So I want to do quick looks. That's going to be a big thing. Playthroughs, one-offs, new weird gimmick features and stuff like I've done before. But I also like anything I've done before, like anything I introduced in the first run, I think is kind of on the table. I could bring back Demo Derby, This Is the Run, Mario Party, these type of things. I don't even know, honestly. I haven't talked to you. Like, what is the general vibe of Mario Party in this group?
You shut the fuck
Huge
up.
fan.
I was
Okay.
under the understanding
up
that you
from
put in this
Jess.
contract he could not do this to us.
Yeah, don't.
He can't
You
do
didn't
this
read
to
it.
us. Not
I
again.
don't
didn't
know
read
who
it.
the 4 are yet, but
I'm a huge fan of skill-based games.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
Sadly, Mario
you would love
Party
it.
Well,
is,
no,
is
so that's the
deeply
thing.
upsetting to me.
That's why I like Mario Party, because I tend to fluke out and win. So
I feel like I need to do a poll and find the 3 people who hate it the most and then bring them on to Mario Party and just antagonize them. But we haven't
I'm
figured
just
that out
gonna
yet,
lay low
but
here.
you'll probably see Mario Party again on the site, I think. But yeah, all sorts of weird, like, there's industry events and stuff like that. I love doing like show floor tour type stuff or travelogue stuff. Jan, one of my favorite things I did the first time at Giant Bomb was me and you in Denmark when we went out there for Hitman. That was a fucking blast.
I dream of it nightly.
It was the hot dogs, the pigeons, all that stuff. Also, we played a video game there
The two
too.
highlights.
The video game was pretty cool too.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
hot
so
dogs.
I would love to do weird, like I've already brought up ideas to Backlar where he's just been like, oh, Jesus Christ, like how am I going to deal with this? Like I've got stuff I want to do. So we'll see, to be determined as far as travelogue stuff.
It is not an understatement. Sorry, Dan,
What's
real
that?
quick. It's not an understatement or overstatement. One of the ideas, and I don't want to build up too much expectation here. One of the ideas, as soon as I read it, I just immediately responded back to Dan. We're somehow going to win an Emmy for this.
Yeah. If we can make this thing happen come the spring, it would be one of my favorite things I've ever done. So we'll see. But very open to like collaboration stuff. Like Giant Bomb's been around for a long time, and in that time we have amassed quite a group of like friends of the site, very knowledgeable, entertaining, awesome friends, and very open to that stuff. Former staff members, people you've seen on E3 couches, things like that. Would love to work with them more. Grub, I've got something I want to do with you very soon. As far as you and I had a little like,
Bring it.
we weren't really like on a thing together, but we were going back and forth with our like
Yeah.
Astros Playroom speed runs. I like the idea of doing like score competition stuff with you, and we've already talked a bit about a series that's kind of on deck that I would love to do with you. Love is a strong word, but we will do
I'm
this.
destroying you. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's great. Okay, yeah, we should each pick 5 games. Anyway, we'll talk about that off.
Yes.
But, yes. And speaking of Grub, I'll toss to him because we've talked a bit about the morning mess, but I will toss to Grub for some more specifics.
Yeah,
Grub
so it's going to be a daily show. We're going to try to do it at least an hour each day. Again, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, we'll have kind of the news built into the Bombcast. Also gives me a day to recharge, make sure that this stuff is staying creative. I'm going to try to bring in someone each day to co-host with me. A lot of those people are going to be here. You're looking at them right here. We're going to bring in some staff, but we'll bring in some outside people as well to kind of keep things fresh, especially if there's someone who's like an expert on something. I like the idea of GameSpot's been breaking stories recently. The person who wrote the story, have them on the show to talk about it. And the one thing is it's going to be a little bit less of, if you watch Grub Snacks right now, we have a huge segment that's all answering questions. We won't be doing that daily. We'll probably answer maybe 1 or 2 questions daily. We'll have time for that. But Friday, we'll do kind of a Grub Snacks Friday where I'll try to have a larger segment dedicated to answering everybody's questions, kind of keeping that vibe going. But overall, it's just going to be a fun daily check-in on the news, and we're going to try to keep it still pretty interactive, but it's going to be like basically what's going to happen is every day we're going to start with this show, and then we're going to jump right into some content that Dan's putting together, something like that. So you could just hang out with us all day, and the stuff will all be up on VOD, so you can watch it later if you're working during the day or whatever. But I would suggest just have it on in the background. Don't do any work during the day. That's for suckers. Just be watching us. That's way better.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really, the way I've been thinking about it is like the sort of, that daily sort of anchor, right? So
Yes.
I'm stoked for that for sure. All right, let's talk about Giant Bomb Premium. Audible size. Audible size.
Size? What? No, not size.
Gonna
Wasn't that?
rehydrate
What
real
was
quick.
that?
Like
Was
gasps.
everyone drinking from their gigantic container of orange juice? Is that what that was? Their comically sized container
listen,
of orange?
You
What?
can't plan it
It's
out.
important. It's important to keep you hydrated.
Sure. No,
That's
drink
true.
away.
Hydrate, baby. Yeah, there we go.
Well,
Tam, drink.
There it is.
The truth is, I bought it a week ago and it's going out of date. It's gonna go rotten soon, and I'm leaving for LA. I need to drink that shit today, otherwise it's gonna go bad in my.
He's just
My
being
mistake.
thrifty.
Yeah. My mistake. Chug that shit.
Chug
down. Okay. Today feels like a good day to talk about premium, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the future of premium and what exactly that is going to evolve and look like moving forward. So clearly, it has not been a secret that we have slowly been converting some of our premium shows to free and experimenting with the way people find and consume our stuff. Starting today, all of our existing premium shows are going to switch to free and be streamed to Twitch if they're live shows. So You're sitting there, you're thinking, what does premium get me? Fair question. Premium is still going to provide the ad-free version of the site and access to ad-free podcast feeds. It's also going to continue with access to the Giant Bomb Vault, which, as you probably know, has thousands of hours of videos, endless stuff in the vault. A premium membership will also let you access what we've sort of evolved into what we're calling like priority chat, which is how we currently do shows like Grub Snacks, Bombcast, Voicemail, Dump Truck, and now with UPF being free as well. So that's how that will sort of operate. Premium subs have always afforded Giant Bomb the ability to be truly independent, and that has remained the case even with the years of corporate ownership, right? It serves as a way to support the foolishness, the debauchery, the nonsense, and that goes above and beyond the normal ways a company like ours keeps the light on. So I think it's important to keep that specifically in mind. We don't take any of that support for granted. But here's where we're going to take it a step further. In the coming weeks, months, beyond, we're going to start offering premium members additional access to behind the scenes content in the form of community Q&As, hangouts, special events, and new ways the community can have a role in the kind of content that we produce. We're also very soon going to be offering every single premium member 10% off the store for as long as they are a member.
Cool.
And they're going to get access to exclusive merch multiple times a year. And we're going to start that off really soon with a group of new shirts that is set to go live in, I believe, the next few weeks. One of those out of the group of shirts is going to be offered exclusively to premium members. We're also going to further flesh out what premium affords our Discord community and taking that a step further. So if you're not a member, go join the Discord right now. It's okay. We will wait. Discord.gg/giantbomb.
All right, I'll fade to black and
like
let them join.
frantically at a computer and you're not part of the community, that community is amazing. Straight up.
Yeah.
That is where I spend a lot of my time.
And also,
yeah, go ahead, Tim.
like a quick shout out to Rory for like managing all this shit. Like,
Absolutely.
it is an
Yeah.
absolute nightmare, and Rory's been just putting in the work to make it happen. And so, like, wanted to take a moment just
Thank you.
him out for that.
Yeah, all the
Rory.
merch stuff we're working on now. It's we're talking with our store partners about it. We're trying to make sure all that stuff works. But yeah, it's the next set of merch I'm really, really pleased by. I think it's going to turn out really, really well. We here internally have seen these stuff, but going to be a wide range of stuff. Haven't done merch in a long time because it's been a weird year, but we are going to hopefully keep that pipeline open. If you are an artist with a portfolio, keep an eye maybe on our forums. I'll probably do another call for artists, but if you want to do a shirt for us, reach out. We pay well.
Yep, it all comes out of Rory's paycheck.
There you go.
No, but for real, Rory, thank you. Seriously, he's got a lot to manage, and that's not an easy task. Back to the Discord, right? That community, it's truly amazing. The mods in there are world class, and that is where we want to focus a substantial chunk of the premium perks that we're kind of adding on here. So to start, we're going to introduce new premium only channels, which we've sort of experimented with a little bit. Those new channels, staff will be frequenting in there, and we're going to build upon that. I'm almost done. We're almost done with the premium talk. Last year, you might remember we sent out an audience survey, and it got over 10,000 responses. And we are using that feedback, and we've been working on blowing out premium into more levels for people who want more value out of a sub. So with that, we're going to update everyone as we get closer, and we will give you information as we get closer to the launch of those extra levels. But nothing that we're talking about here today is going to be taken out from that entry level membership that we're describing. And anyone who is a premium member at the time that we just flip that switch, we're going to grandfather you into the second level of what the system looks like. So again, nothing is going to be taken out. And goddamn, I feel like I just did like an E3 press conference situation here.
Talk about years now.
but it feels good. Oh, also Rory's gonna write everyone happy birthday cards.
You joke, but one of the things that we used to do a lot with Premium, where I would always say, like, if you're coming to San Francisco, you don't want to get a beer, I'll buy you a beer. That offer, I know nobody's been traveling much the last couple of years, but yes, if you're Premium in the area, you want to maybe come by into the office or grab a beer with me or something like that. I've written birthday cards for people before. You can always email support@giantbomb.com. Give me a little time this week to get back to you, maybe.
Let me tell you something. As someone who received way too many postcards at one point, be careful what you sign up for, my friend.
I just remembered. The thing is, I just remembered I offered thank you cards to everybody who gave a lot of money to our Extra Life thing in February, and I still have yet to send those out. So maybe birthday might be for birthday next year, but. Also, before we move on, I did want to kind of mention that, this is one of the things that I've always heard people wanting more of. And I think no promises on a timeline or anything like this, but we do have a few people who will be in the SF office, and they're probably going to be building out a little place to maybe play some games in person. And that's not a next week thing. That's not probably a next month thing, but that is something that I have definitely heard people are very interested in. So if we have some people in that office who might be able to get together and do some in-person stuff.
I'm looking forward to traveling again too. So just coming to hang out with you guys every once in a while would be fantastic. Just in person doing stuff. We will find a way to make this stuff happen.
Ship my ass around. I want to get out of here.
Backlar, come up here. Hang out.
Yeah, Dan and I live way too close. So
get up here. Let's play
we're
some
gonna figure
games.
something out.
Yeah, I think like just to restate that, like I know a lot of people. I've been reading the comments, and a lot of people are like, "Well, it's just still going to be giant Zoom cast," and it's not. No, it's not. We're like, we're definitely one of the key things that we want to do is get back into shared spaces and build content that way. Like, it's no secret that we get that it feels different when it's behind video calls, and we're very much aware of that, and we know that the best stuff is made when we're sitting next to each other and have the ability to physically troll each other. So we'll get
Definitely.
And like when we shot the ritual video, like me, Tam, and Jan just in the San Francisco office, and it was like, this feels real nice. So definitely excited for more of that.
Yeah, there was.
I just want to add. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There was a moment where Lucy needed help recording VO, and then I was just sitting in the room with Lucy doing VO, and then I was just sitting there thinking, like, wow, Lucy's an actual professional at this. I'm just a scrub that pretends.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I was falling off my chair, and I was like trying to put that mic up my nose, and Jan's like, "This guy is fucking mess."
Amateur hour here. Just real quick before we take another break. I think it's important. Obviously, there's a lot of information there. It's a whole lot of shit to unpack. But if you have a question, you can ask us. You can say, "Hey, I have a question about this," and we will answer it. And that's how that should work. So there you go.
All right. Well, that was a lot of info to download. I could use a quick break. We'll come back. Maybe we'll talk about some closing thoughts. Maybe we'll examine royalty-free images of buses.
No cars?
No,
chug this orange juice.
In one chug. One chug.
All right, cussy is car and
pussy,
yes, right. So
it comes from the Cars extended universe.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why is to explain why there are baby cars. The only way you get baby cars is to
Cussy
have pussy.
bussy. Yeah. He is Lightning McQueen. So
Yeah.
no, never mind.
I
Ciao.
have a bold statement that I will say after this break.
All right, how about a word from our sponsor?
I would love one, Jeff.
All right, we're talking about Betterhelp. We're talking about burnout a lot, and we've been through a lot in the last few months with work. Look, it's understandable. Everyone goes through it. It is a rough time to be working from home, working in real life, whatever you're doing. Look, life's overwhelming. We get it. And there's no reason why you can't talk to somebody and give your mental health the boost it needs. I do it. You should do it. I'm always of the belief it can't hurt to talk to anybody, right, Jen?
Of course. Just, when you clock out of work, that doesn't mean you should stop working on yourself, Bacalar. Sometimes working on yourself involves therapy.
It does. Life and mental health is a 24/7 job. Like I said, BetterHelp is going to provide all that kind of therapy that helps you to prioritize yourself. talking with someone without a doubt can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life. It's customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. That kind of customization, that kind of preferential treatment, you know, you gotta be happy about getting on board with that.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with your own therapist in around 48 hours.
Oh boy.
Best, right? That's fast. Best of all, Bombcast listeners can get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp by going to betterhelp.com/bombcast. That's betterhelp.com/bombcast. If this is something that you've been thinking about, maybe putting it off, look, hopefully this little incentivization here with that 10% off is the sort of boost you need to start taking care of your mental health. Super important. I'm in therapy. I don't know about Jan.
I am.
Jan is. Everyone I know is. And look,
all the cool kids are doing it, right, Bacalar?
Exactly. It's not a foolproof thing, but it helps, and that's what's the most important thing. So thanks to BetterHelp. Again, betterhelp.com/bombcast. Thanks so much, BetterHelp. Hey, Jan, are you aware of any like weird sort of subscriptions or junk that's like kind of gotten away from you, and every now and then you see like a charge on your credit card bill and you're like, what the hell am I paying? Is this an ice cream subscription service? What am I doing?
Yeah, I can't eat ice cream. It turned out I might have had 5 different gym memberships concurrently going, all for me, to the same gym. If only I could find something to cancel that ahead of time.
But it's true, right? Like things add up. You know, there was a couple services that I was paying for when I was still living in Hoboken, and I was like, what am I doing? All that junk adds up and it sucks. And before you know it, you're spending more money a month than you absolutely need to. Luckily, there is a company here that can kind of manage that and hopefully get you set straight on what exactly you're subscribed to and what you want to be subscribed to. And that's Truebill. Okay?
Okay.
Truebill. Well, yeah, are you okay with Truebill?
I'm okay with Truebill.
Good. It's a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subs you don't need, want, or you simply forgot about. Because let's be honest, a lot of those sub services, they're hoping you forget about it. Okay? They're psyched. They're like, oh, Jan hasn't logged in for 4.5 months. He's never going to log in again, but we're still going to collect that $7.99 a month from him.
Jan hasn't come to the gym in 5 years and he keeps paying every month. What a sucker. But just like Matthew B, who discovered in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my SiriusXM bill, saved $840 a year on car insurance. Matthew B, good on you, buddy.
Matthew B, oh my God, that's a lot of money going out the door. How are you not aware of that? Oh, wow. Anyway, I love Jan using the example of going to the gym. They're like, look at this guy. He doesn't go to the gym. He's not taking care of any of these subscriptions he's paying for. We're getting away scot-free.
As they're rubbing their hands and their protein powder and complimentary towels.
Licking their lips. I love it. Listen, don't fall for subscription scams, okay? Start canceling all the junk you don't need today at truebill.com/bomb. You can go right now, truebill.com/bomb. I don't know, maybe it's going to save you a lot of money, maybe even thousands a year, who knows?
Thousands?
Okay? Thousands, maybe. Big maybe. We'll see how it works out, but try it out and get started today. Again, truebill.com/bomb. Thanks, Truebill.
Thanks, Truebill. That was a fantastic way to describe an audio gate, Jeff Grubb.
Thank you.
Of jumping over a fence and your voice. Wow. The type of word paintings you were picturing. No, word
What are you
pictures.
talking about? What? Careful. Like, let's not give too much credit where the most obvious thing is being said. It's literally called a gate.
Tim, we can't
It's
hear you.
literally
Actually,
called
we can't hear you anymore. I
Keeping
think that
right
we should
now,
be
Tim?
praising me a little bit more right now. Actually, so Tim, keep
Everyone's
real
like,
quiet.
"Oh, Jeff, that's a
Turn up
great
your
way
gate,
to talk
actually,
about it."
Tim.
I'm like,
Tim, turn up
"Let's
your gate a
call
little
the
bit,
fucking
actually.
gate.
Toddler.
What's wrong with you? It's like if someone was like, "Wow, you call that a door?" It's like, yeah, it's a door.
Lucy literally said, "I've never thought about it that
it-
way before."
But if
Lucy
it's
fucking
been
said
used
that,
for
Tim.
10 years. And also, I don't know, Tam, like if you leave a door open a little bit, it's called a jar. Not everything makes sense.
Exactly.
Got you there.
How does it turn from a door to a... Anyway.
Checkmate.
there was a letter that went out on the website yesterday, kind of detailing how the situation of things, and I want to make it clear that letter was written by the staff, edited by the staff. There was no corporate oversight, and if it sounded like it was too PC or too corporate, it is because this is nearly an impossible situation, a weird needle to thread in the dark. So apologies if it comes off like that. And again, like we said at the top of the show, there are just some privacy things that we want to respect. And I know the show has been nothing but shout outs, but the shout outs are going to fucking continue, because I want to give a special shout out to Vectroid, who created the theme that carried us through the latter half of the pandemic. I know we're still in the pandemic, but it was a fantastic theme. I feel like it really captured the bombastic spirit of the website and of the Bombcast. Special shout out to Tom Monda, who created the new theme music that we're using today. All this wonderful art, the hypnotic eyes and stuff that we've put across the website, the socials and everything, that is done by the lovely Dave Shopanek. This profile, this layout that we got going on here, that's just the beginning of everything. It's real sexy. It's like real sexy, that what we got going on in the background. And that is done by our sweet little art boy, Justin Vachon. That's what he is known by. He should change his Twitter handle to sweet little art boy.
Request.
Yes, that is my request
already.
And for the rest of the week, we're doing a bunch of stuff. One of the big things is Grub Snacks, the final bite, happening tomorrow. Grub, I'm going to preemptively ask you a question. How's the van?
Do it. The van. I called them right before we started the show. They said we don't know yet. So hopefully I get good news. I'm thinking probably not good news. It broke down in Indiana for anyone who's just catching up. But that doesn't matter. I packed all the Grub Snacks into my mother-in-law's car and drove that here instead. So we're good. We're going to talk about what to expect from Summer Game Fest. I got some stuff about like what not to expect from Microsoft. So if you're like worried, like, is that game going to be there? I'll have some like negatives for you. Be like, hey, don't expect that, so you could set your expectations correctly. A few other things that I told Google on my phone that I don't remember, so I wouldn't have to remember. I'll check that stuff tonight. I'll put it in a document, and we'll come in tomorrow talking about video games and talk about the not E3 a ton tomorrow. So if you want to just like jump back in and like get excited about video games, that's the show tomorrow. Come hang out. I can't wait to do it.
Fantastic. I remember I ended the previous segment by teasing something, and I suddenly remembered it. Whatever first thing that Matthew, Rory, Tamor, Lucy, and I do in studio, I'm going to give an advanced apology to Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc is the most organized person I've ever met. Oof. He keeps a clean studio, a tight ship, and I am going to just put it out there. I'm going to try and eat 100 nuggets. Whatever we're doing, I'm just going to eat 100 nuggets.
No, you're still doing that.
We're still doing that. We're still doing that.
How long?
If you leave the nuggets out too long, you need to reheat them, right? You need to bring them back in. If you order them to go, it's just takeout. Which reminds me of a certain...
with me and Jason on this. We tried something with chicken fries a while ago.
Well, that was chicken
there
fries.
There were logistical issues.
It's not the same, man. Come on.
Chad is
chicken fries
blowing up. Just I'm like looking at Chad is just going insane for this. So Jan, you've said it. Now you have to follow through.
I'm going to do it. And two other things that I've said that I'm going to follow through. I'm going to color my hair silver, and I'm going to finish Undertale. Start and finish Undertale for the first time.
Do it at the same time.
Big promises.
Oh god.
The other day I was like pushing myself. I was testing my limits, and I ate 40 wings in one go.
What?
Good Lord, man. Hell yeah.
I've never done more than
40
You beat your record.
Yeah, my last record was 30. I added 10 to it, and I ate 40 chicken wings. And let me tell you, I felt awful. It was awful. The next day, let's just say I destroyed some porcelain. It was wild.
Was this Buffalo Wild Wings?
Damn, that's the most like, I don't know, your personal life situation, but the most single guy energy thing I've ever heard. Like you have your previous record and you broke it. That is incredible. I love it.
Oh, the giant jug of orange juice doesn't like add to the single guy energy or what?
I'm sorry in advance.
Trying to give yourself gout.
Yeah, I know.
Shouts out to Gout.
Let's go, baby.
Gout's out.
Gout's out. Jess,
Hello.
Now I'm not going to make you cry again, but I'm going to ask you to talk about some
Better not.
some perhaps
Reached my quota.
Voidburger's hot gout outs. No, take gouts.
Take gouts. But yeah, I want to get back to hot takeouts. The reception to that video essay style show was really warm, super positive. Thank you for liking the stuff I make, everybody out there. But yeah, clearly people have missed it. I've missed it. I want to get back to this nitty gritty editing sort of stuff. So I do want to announce that I'm going to commit to one hot takeout per month, or a pre-produced quick look in the style of that Stanley Parable one I did, which also was received very, very nicely. Thank you very much. So look forward to that stuff. I'm really excited. I get to explain my really bad seeming video game opinions and try to explain what the hell's wrong with me.
Yes. Before we cut away today, I want to offer the floor to anyone around here amongst the 9 of us. If some closing thoughts, some final words for today. It's not like this is going to be the last you're ever going to see of us. Well, at least for today. We'll be back throughout the week with a bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of things. So if anyone, I want to give y'all the floor.
I have been looking for an excuse to replay Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, fuck.
All of them.
Oh my God.
Every single one. Oh,
when
yeah.
was the last time you played through the whole series?
The whole series?
Yeah.
In one go, probably a long time ago. But
Okay.
I've played the individual games a few times. And I know there's a very good series of Metal Gear playthroughs on giantbomb.com. I never mean to or deem to usurp that series, but I don't know, Dan. I don't know.
This
We
is
could do
legitimately the
something.
first time I've heard of this, but also in the couple calls we've had leading up to this Bombcast, I've noticed you've been wearing a lot of Metal Gear shirts, and I've been like, ooh, I don't
He's
think I've
trying to do
ever
some
had a Metal Gear
Kojima-esque,
conversation.
like
Damn.
subtle.
He's trying to incept you, Dan.
Yeah.
He's laying it on pretty thick, if I'm honest.
Well, okay. Ooh, yeah.
Hey Jan,
I
are we
got
gonna
a whole
keep?
shelf. That's impressive. Yeah.
Are we gonna keep running for the hills, Jan, or are you too scared? Are you chicken?
We're going to keep running for these hills.
Are you chicken, or are you just 100 chicken nuggets?
We're going to do at least...
He's about to be chicken.
We're going to go to 3 at least.
Are you gonna have sauce on all?
Yay.
Oh, I'm a dry
What
guy.
else are we talking about? Oh,
Dry? Wait, do you eat them
What
dry
do you-
normally or just for this challenge thing?
I
what are you gonna
normally
use
eat
to
them,
lubricate?
just
Yeah.
coffee.
Vaseline.
Coffee?
Oh,
You are
okay.
going
Legit,
to
if you got a
perish.
12 chicken nugget,
Shit
you wouldn't use
yourself
sauce?
live on camera.
I don't
You're
know.
an actual psycho. What? Like what? Coffee?
It's the only other thing I drink. We know
I've
this.
never had
is-
coffee and McDonald's at the same time my entire life.
Actually, Will Smith put me on this game. McDonald's coffee is the best fast food coffee.
McDonald's
It's
coffee is
pretty
actually
good.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they
Yes.
refresh the
Hortons is
pot.
actually a little bit better, but McDonald's is good.
Wow.
It's a diuretic.
Yeah.
Like Diet Coke.
Yeah, but I
and
don't know.
Nuggets are the way to
in,
go.
easy out. Done.
I don't know. I feel like 100 nuggets is gonna really plug you up. So maybe the
Gotta be a
balance.
wrecked pussy.
Oh my god.
What is the time limit? What is the time limit, Jan, for
Yeah, what's the
100
time
nuggets?
limit?
What feels like a good time limit?
An hour and you can't vomit?
An hour. An
No,
hour
an
is.
hour is like more than one nugget per minute. Like, no,
Well, then wait,
An
what's
hour
like a
is
power hour of
wild.
nuggets? Yeah.
No.
So
Oh
when
my
we used to
God.
do it at GameSpot for Extra Life, how long did we take? It was usually Eric Tay doing it, and it would take him he would space it out over the course of 2 hours. I think it was.
Even if oh my god.
and even with that time, he was like, oh,
75
Tay
minutes.
is
75
also
minutes, I
twice
think, is the right amount.
as tall as me, so there's
oh yeah.
more space there. It'll happen.
Although those professional eaters tend to be like slimmer guys and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean,
Is the
I'll
limiting
just do
thing
the
like
shimmy,
the length of
you
your
know?
intestine?
yes.
Are you gonna
Okay,
train
so like the
for
longer
this?
your
No.
intestine, the more you can
Because
shove in there?
I want to edit a training montage of this, but
I'm just gonna go into it cold.
I love the idea of a training montage, but it's just Jan sitting at his desk eating a nugget slowly.
Yeah, you just start
Like,
eating. That's how you train
tons
for
of, like,
this. You just start eating. Don't
dramatic-
stop. Yeah.
dramatic angles, but it's the same fucking notion of just eating a little nugget.
I didn't mean for this to be the main focus of this outro.
Well, you did it.
No,
I mean,
you
I'm
did
really
it,
caught
yeah.
up on
I
the
think
coffee thing.
really, what else could it have been? Honestly.
I don't know. Anyone else have anything else to say before we get on out of here?
I'm gonna chug it.
I-
I'm gonna chug it.
Oh, go on.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
ready?
and I just
Yeah.
want to say I don't condone the medical situation of you eating 100 nuggets.
Okay.
Like,
I heard from my sister, the kids on TikTok. I think there's a Sprite challenge. What's the deal? You drink a
Oh,
big
you have
Sprite
to
and
you have
don't
to
burp?
down a whole thing of Sprite, but you can't
That's
burp.
rough.
That
That's
doesn't sound
rough.
hard at all. Can you do
No,
that?
it's impossible.
Oh my
it's
god!
hard.
Don't do this to yourself.
Dude, it's fucked up.
Impossible?
No, it's not
Dan,
impossible.
You
But
think about the carbonation.
I
Like you're gonna be in
No,
pain.
I drink a
physical
lot of
pain.
soda.
I've
You're
got
gonna
a
be
video
in
I
burp.
can send you. It's very good.
Dan,
Dude,
it goes,
if diet,
it goes
if
from
diet or zero sugar stuff counts for that, I can totally. What is it, a liter?
No, just like
Yeah,
the
it's just a
500
can.
milliliter one. Or
You were
can.
gonna do a
I
liter?
don't know milliliters.
Oh,
it's just a standard
I don't
can.
know, middle.
The
It's
thing-
half
Oh,
a
a
liter.
can? Oh, that's,
Massive
I absolutely can do that.
Icarus moment here.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
if-
You have
listen,
No, don't.
can get a
let's
no,
not
Sprite
right
no.
now.
This needs to be filmed, and there need
You
to
want
be
to get, I'll
medical
go get a Sprite
professionals
right now.
around.
Are you
Don't-
daring
no,
me?
No one is daring you. No one is
I'll
daring
run.
you.
I will sprint to the
Easy.
fridge.
I am
Down, Dan.
de-escalating the
For
situation.
the TikTok kids. I'll be
Down,
back.
Dan.
Do it.
Oh.
Do it.
Permission to
Get the
dare Dan to do this.
podcast!
As if you like thought Dan didn't have instant access to soda at
Right.
any given moment. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you
Let's
know.
go,
we just-
Tam.
Now
Let's
we just
go,
need
Tam.
20
my God,
points
Tam.
on
goes
the
OJ.
fees.
Oh, Tam.
Oh, you call this a chug?
Just so
Yeah,
you,
dumb.
for our listeners,
It's a-
Tam
it's
is
a good-
one chugging
it's a
the
chug.
remainder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good chug.
Yeah,
Congrats.
that was a good chug.
Wow.
God.
Perfect timing.
Reminder.
Dan
Reminder
is
that
now back.
Tam
Sprite Zero and a
is-
Diet Barks. Are they both eligible?
This
Just do this
I
right.
think it's Sprite.
Sprite.
Sprite is
Yeah,
the-
Sprite.
It's gotta be
Okay.
Sprite.
So I just chug a can and don't burp until I swallow it all?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to chug it.
No, you're like not
Not
allowed to
burp.
burp for like a time afterward, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
What are the
let me
official
look up
rules?
the rules.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
that's
I feel
important.
like
Sprite,
is
chug.
Bonk available to keep an eye on you because I don't want you dying on stream.
I die from a Sprite. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
but
just
you'll like
gonna
hit your
full
head on
screen
something.
Dan.
It'll be a whole
No, like,
thing.
the thing is that
There's gonna be like bubbles in your heart after this. Like, yeah.
I did drink some Coke into my lungs recently, and it was real bad, and I almost went to the ER. But anyway,
remember
sure.
that?
So,
Don't do this.
the thing is
That's
that, like,
exactly what we're talking about.
are we good? So I
Let's
just
go,
chugged this.
Dan. Let's go.
the
What
right
time?
luck.
What time?
The right good luck is going to run out one day, and you are going to die from a completely mundane thing exactly like this, Dan.
But that's the only way that it'll ever make
Wow.
sense. So.
How much
We're
time
gonna
do I
do a
got?
new podcast tomorrow. We're sorry, Dan died.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go. Here we go.
I'm
Here we
knocking on
go.
wood.
Ready?
All
All
right,
right.
go.
Somebody do play-by-play. Here we go.
Yeah, we
All right,
get it.
Dan
He's
is
right.
chugging. He's
He's
throwing it
dipping.
back.
He's going. What if this is an
throwing
empty
back.
can?
His eyes are beginning to glaze over already. That's the,
That's
Oh,
not
he had to
a
stop.
chug.
He had to
He's
stop.
not a chug.
That's not a
He
chug.
can't stop.
Oh, he had to
He's
stop
not
again.
gonna be doing
He can't
secret
do it. He's not
burps.
gonna
He's
do
doing
it.
secret burps. He's cheating. This is Dan
He's
Reichert.
cheating.
What would we expect?
Sorry, chat is calling him a
Let's
throat
go. Let's go.
goat.
Throat goat.
Throat goat. It's
All right.
There we go.
okay.
That
Yeah,
wasn't a
look at
chug.
you.
You took breaks.
Wait, you didn't say anything. I couldn't stop.
That
Wait,
one
you know
is
what
a
it
chug.
is?
The definition
your
of chug is this is like gate all over again. Fuck you.
You're gonna float away.
I chugged that whole fucking can. It's the fastest I've ever drank a soda in my life.
Did you
I
do
know you
that?
burp, but I'm holding it in because I'm good at this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Got mad
Yeah.
farts going on.
Technically,
impossible, my ass.
he pulled it off. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Thank
easy.
you.
Okay, I'm just actually
Well, he
impressed
did
now. Good job, Dan.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
well
He
done.
didn't chug it. He took breaks.
Wait,
Yeah, I know, but that
From
was
the
still
can
really
for a second to
fast.
take a breath.
This is like
Alright,
a, you know,
everybody.
this
Yeah,
My
that
chest
was-
feels
that
bad.
was
For the
really
record, my
fast.
chest feels bad.
We'll eventually
Oh, yeah.
settle this in person. We'll eventually settle this in person. We'll all
Sure.
do it.
For now, we all can agree that Dan is currently the throat goat at Giant Bomb.
That is
Yes, we know that. Yes.
That is-
Oh, he did.
There it
He
goes.
burped.
He
There you go.
burped. He burped. God, yeah. So, this is a shorter bombcast due to reasons. Don't worry, the length of the bombcast is still going to stay documentary length. I'm just going to start putting them on IMDb just so I can rack up the credits on IMDb
Yeah.
and everything. It counts.
Good. It
Um,
does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah,
It does. Yeah.
There we go.
We need it.
I need a headshot.
Lucy and I desperately need it.
Yeah. Please let us stay in this country.
I
Oh,
want to let
geez.
the people around this table know that their mics will still be live as the intro is playing out, and then I'll tell them when their faces and microphones are fully clear. So just keep your peepers be quiet
And I
just
can
for a little
burp
bit.
after that.
And you know, just I feel good. I feel great. Y'all feel good?
I
My
feel great.
stomach hurts a lot.
Yes.
Jan, honestly, I was feeling really good as soon as you finished your intro. That what you said up at the top, that was great.
Oh my
Everything
god,
you said.
Dan.
Dan, don't throw up.
Please don't throw up.
No, throw up.
Dan's gonna need a new couch.
He sounded like he'd summoned a demon from within.
That was a
Where
lot.
was that sound
That was
effect?
on mic.
When we were filming a seance video.
Yeah, what the
Jeff, I'm sorry that your tender moment was cut off by that. But like,
I was like, what is that noise? As I'm like trying to speak, and I see all you guys like, oh my god! And then I see Dan fall over.
for people listening,
Fall over, I'm sitting
Dan went profile and then had like a straight up animated moment a la The Mask. Where
Did that come through audio-wise?
lips? Where
Was
his
that
fucking lips,
Morbine?
like,
Is that what Morbine is? Yes.
that was insane.
It's Morbin time.
Insane. Grub, I'm sorry. Please.
Sorry.
No,
Go on.
please, Anna. That was way better than what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, Jan, you're kicking off this. What you said at the top meant a lot to me. I think you did a great job, and so I've been feeling great ever since then. So, thank you for hosting this podcast and keeping us on the rails. Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Well, don't get me started. We're gonna start doing rails.
Jesus.
Oh my. Anyway,
All right, I'm down.
I just want to end today by with a fun little quote from one Bradley Shoemaker. The rising tide brings up all the boats, and that's what we're about to fucking do here. So many boats. This has been the Giant Bombcast. I've been your host, Jan Ochoa. This has been and will be and forever be Giant fucking Bomb.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. The Giant Bombcast is hosted and live produced by Jan Ochoa, with support from Jeff Grubb, Dan Reichert, Jess O'Brien, Lucy James, Tamor Hussein, Jason A. Stryker, Matthew Rory, and me, Jeff Bacalar. Our theme music is provided by Tom Monda. Our logo is designed by Dave Schopenek, and you can find him online with the handle @Dave Saved the Day. Justin Vachon is our sweet little art boy. And thank you so much for listening. Of course, a kiss on the cheek to you at home.